All right. Gonna get a quick mic check. Once I see myself, we can get this going. Okay, looks like we are right there, ready to go. You getting audio, Josh? I see myself, so. Oh, you know what? This was not in the right place. Three, two, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. Four. Yeah, okay, we are good. Welcome into the First Alert Desk. We're so grateful to have you here. Always exciting to peel back the curtain a little bit, have a more casual conversation about some of the stories that we are chasing down, that we have our reporters on, and some of the stories we've just been keeping a close eye on throughout the day and carrying through the evening hours. So let's jump right into it. We're going to talk about a story that I've actually covered. I covered last week. This involves a Douglas County probate judge by the name of Christina Peterson. I had a chance to knock on her door after a major controversy happened at what police say was the parking lot of a Buckhead nightclub. If you're familiar with it, it is the Red Martini Lounge on Peachtree Street. So let me just pull this up. We're a one-man band over here on this, but I'm going to show you some of the body camera video as I just walk you through some of what is new today. She is no longer a judge. That comes just days after what happened. So now let's play the video just so you can see, because this is who we're talking about. This is Christina Peterson on your screen right now. And yeah, so she was previously investigated for what court officials say was misconduct. Judicial misconduct, and there was several different allegations stemming from her HOA, stemming from courtroom disruptions that were alleged against her, and then now the Supreme Court of Georgia has made the decision ultimately to make her step down from her position as a probate judge in Douglas County. So that comes just a few days after the body camera video surfaced. So let's see if we can get that video, because that's just her mugshot. Let's play this part out. Okay, there's her attorney there. I'm going to fast forward a little bit and let's get to some of that body camera video. There it is right here on your screen. You can see it right here. And so this is the video that really showed police's take into what happened, and she's talking with police. You can see some of the allegations on both sides. There was Good Samaritans who said that she was trying to protect them. Police say that's not what happened and that she struck a police officer. And so now she's facing several charges, including obstruction of law enforcement by use of threats and violence. And so there's just a lot going on here. But the newest stuff today is that she no longer has her job. So that's the very latest out of Douglas County. Let's move right along to another top story that we've been talking about throughout the evening, and that we brought to you as breaking news. Today there was a shooting involving the U.S. Marshals, and what we're now learning was a homicide suspect. Now let me take you to that scene. We did just get this video over on the First Alert Desk. So here's that surveillance video that appears to show police getting out, and then at least one person running, and then a number of people running after that person. We do not know who fired shots first, but we do know that that suspect was taken into custody, and then we later learned that this was allegedly a homicide suspect that the U.S. Marshals was trying to obtain. They did get that person in custody, but they're in custody at Grady Memorial Hospital. So there's that surveillance video that you saw right here on the First Alert Desk, as well as in our newscast. That's the very latest on that story. The last story that I want to talk about tonight is all eyes are back on Georgia once again, because a presidential debate is going to be in our backyard in Midtown at the CNN studios on Thursday night. You can stream it right here with us. It happens at 9 p.m. and this is going to be very interesting. The last time President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump faced off in a debate was in 2020. Here they are again. This is the earliest debate that we will see in 2024 between the two candidates that are always going head to head in some way, shape, or form. So that's going to be taking place at 9 p.m. But today, things already started to get a little bit more spicy, because the Democratic National Committee confirmed with us that they are putting up billboards to welcome the former president back to Georgia, and they're doing it in a sly way. I'm going to show you this billboard now, if you give me a moment. These are the billboards that the Democratic National Committee confirmed with us that they are putting up. I'm going to make sure that I can loop this video just so you get a good look at it. It says, Donald, welcome to Atlanta. Well, let's go back to that. I'm going to rewind it because now they're trying to Donald, welcome to Atlanta for the first time since becoming a convicted felon. Congrats or whatever is what it says. So they confirmed they're putting up these billboards ahead of the debate. So we're going to keep an eye on when those finally go up. And, of course, when they do, you'll see it right here on Atlanta News First. But keep an eye on the debate because that's at 9 p.m. and you're going to get to see all of that right here on Atlanta News First. So that's the very latest that we have here at the First Alert Desk. And if we get anything new that's worth your time, we'll share it with you. But now we're going to talk about what you're feeling outside because that has not been fun for some, but others are making the best of it. It is hot outside, but luckily we do have a few rain chances. Let's bring in the man with the plan, Patrick Pete. He's here, our First Alert meteorologist. You're right here, Patrick. I figured I'd put the camera on you. Why are you in the dark? No light for you tonight? It's okay. We're going to move you into the light. Let's show some of the current temps, shall we? Well, we light you up a little bit.
Hot. So hot. How are y'all doing today? I know that you've been around. Let me switch to YouTube real quick because I want to see who's over here in the chatosphere. Atlanta News First meteorologist Patrick Pete here to give you the update on the forecast. And the shorthand version of that is that it's hot, and it's going to continue to be hot for a while now. So get used to it. Unfortunately, this is setting into a pattern where we're really seeing limited moisture build into the region, and it's all about this warmth. I mean, it's after 8 o'clock, and we're still at 94 degrees here in Atlanta. Same for Peachtree City, 93 Marietta, 92 out in Chamblee, 94 right now in Covington. So just warm numbers. That'll continue to be the story as we head through the overnight. We'll dip into the low 70s, maybe some upper 60s once you get outside of the perimeter. So it'll be pretty close to where we should be for this time of year, just a little bit warmer. And we're expecting another dry and hot day as we head into your Wednesday. Unfortunately, we're watching a cold front that will eventually move our way. It's going to move in late evening through the overnight, and it's going to be pretty moisture starved. So there's going to be a few spotty showers and storms during the overnight. Everybody's not getting them, so don't get your hopes up. Heads up. It's just going to be a stretch of warm weather. Mid-70s to start off the morning, climbing quickly as we head into the afternoon into the mid-90s. And, it's all up from there. We'll get into the upper 90s for a couple of hours before those numbers start to cool back down. We are watching for that front that will eventually move our direction. And there's the rain chance. Very isolated. Rumbles of thunder possible, but once again, very isolated. Don't expect that to cool you down much. And this is a cold front, but we had a cold front move through yesterday, and we just lost a degree or two across the area. So it is still going to be very hot again on Thursday. We'll keep about a 30% chance of some after showers and thunderstorms. Really just seeing the instability stick around as the front moves slowly to the south and east. So we'll get some showers and storms bowling up late day. I think this model's overdoing it. I think it's going to be pretty isolated, but we trend drier through the overnight. And we'll see lower humidity sticking around at least for the bulk of the day. Unfortunately, not much of a rainmaker here. We're talking about 1/10 of an inch, maybe 1/4 of an inch if you're lucky in some spots, but really not a whole lot of moisture here. And once we extend out the forecast, we're going to see southerly flow take hold, and that's going to do a couple of things. It's going to increase the amount of moisture in the air, the humidity, but it's also going to give us that essentially the gasoline that the heating of the day could tap into to give us some pop-ups. So no day looks really, really messy, but afternoon pop-ups are going to be possible Friday into Saturday. I think Sunday is our best chance of getting a lot more moisture around, and even that isn't a lot. These are light to dark greens. This isn't yellows or reds, so this isn't the good stuff. We're at a deficit for the month, and we could really use widespread, heavy, moderate rain, and we're not going to get it, unfortunately. Afternoon pop-ups again likely on Monday, and that'll be the story heading into the middle of the week. Want to show you these totals once more because I know that it can get a little bit overwhelming when you see green here, green there, and it pops in and out. But looking at what accumulates is what tells the picture, and it's just really not a whole lot over the course of the next few days. Temperatures are going to continue to be our main story. It's the mid to upper 90s. We're really watching what happens Sunday and Monday. We expect it to be hot. We expect it to be humid. But some of the guidance is going a little bit higher on the humidity, which means that the heat index, we already expect to feel like triple digits, but we could get very close to heat advisory criteria in some places, specifically Monday, but even Sunday, there's at least a low end chance of that. Something that we're going to continue to watch as soon as we start to get a little bit more of a consensus on that. There could be a first alert weather day coming down the pipeline, specifically for the fact that we could see heat index get above 105. For now, it's just a part of our conversation. If that changes, we will let you know. Unfortunately, no major changes. Even whenever you look at day 8, day 9, day 10, you're keeping the heat around and you're keeping some spotty shower and thunderstorm opportunities. So a good place that you can go to check out that day 8, day 9, day 10 forecast is the First Alert Weather app, because we actually publish that for you. We don't show it on TV because it's a lot of numbers, and everybody doesn't want to see that. They just want to see the next 7. But for those other weather nerds like myself who like looking at day 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, you can at least get to day 10 by taking a look at the First Alert Weather app. All right, y'all. I always say I'm going to keep you for a good time, not a long time. I'm going to throw this 7-day forecast back up so that you all can get what you came for. Get what you came for. There it is. And, of course, you know where to find us for the latest updates. As Tori has briefed you on some of the stories that we're covering this evening, we're going to have updates on all that tonight at 10, and obviously a last look at the forecast, anything that's tweaked. And there is some stuff going on in the tropics we're keeping an eye on. For that tropical update, there's a reason for you to tune in as well. So you guys have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday, and I'll catch you in about an hour and a half.